Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the intern, Ned Reynolds, both celebrating Friday in the studio this morning. We had the high school basketball championships happening in Ozark all week. That comes to an end this weekend. Who got the dubs yesterday?
Yeah, we're not celebrating Southwest Missouri getting wins either, and that's too bad, although runner-up is the next best thing, and that is the case with Logan Rogersville and Springfield Catholic. They're both really outstanding teams, but both fell short in the championship games yesterday. In Class 4, Logan Rogersville, I thought they really had a great chance, but they came up short in their ball game playing Southern Boone, and Southern Boone came away with an 8-3 win with a 4-run sixth inning to really make a close, solid ball game what appears to be a rout. Anyway, it's not. Logan Rogersville finished second. Casey Lettle did a great job with their team. In the Class 3 championship game, which was under the lights last night down at U.S. Ballpark in Ozark, Springfield Catholic and Father Tolton Catholic Regional from up in Columbia, Missouri. They're a pretty good program. They're especially good in basketball, but they are in baseball as well. Springfield Catholic, an excellent team that Coach Spitz has put together. Got off to a 3-0 lead, could not hold it. Father Tolton came back and won the game 8-4. So Springfield will play later on this afternoon against Festus, and we wish them a lot of good luck. They are a very good baseball team. So is Festus. They are there. We'll find out what happens.
We will find out what happens. Good luck to them, and it's also kind of bittersweet that it's all coming to an end this weekend. That means summer is definitely almost here, if it not already here. All right, so Bears playing tonight in the NCAA tournament. I can't believe I just said that sentence, considering the year they had, but you know what? Things happen. They did a great job at the end when it counted. Do you think they've got a chance in this tournament?
Well, a week ago at this time, we would have said they're not going to be there. Come on. But they are. They're in the regional in Stillwater, Oklahoma. They play the host team, Oklahoma State, tonight. This is the second time this year that the Bears and Oklahoma State have played. They got together in late February down in Stillwater. Oklahoma State won that game by a score of 5-1. Same field, O'Brate Stadium. It's only in its second year. It's a beautiful ballpark. The Bears and the Cowboys will get it on at 6 o'clock tonight. Pretty good baseball team, the Bears. This is a better team than what played Oklahoma State earlier this year. Same with Arkansas, which is also in that regional. Bears played Arkansas, beat them in Fayetteville. Oh, boy, if they were to get together again and play, Arkansas will be waiting for them. But be that as it may, Arkansas plays in the opener at noontime today, and their competition is Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon has a great record, over 40 wins this year. Really don't know about the level of competition they played. It's the Western Athletic Conference, and it is regarded as a weaker circumstance from what the SEC and the Big 12 and even the Missouri Valley. But nonetheless, it's baseball. Let's put the ball on the diamond and see what happens.
Western Athletic Conference, do they say it's the WAC?
The WAC.
Sorry, guys. I just think that's funny.
That is how they refer to it. It is the WAC.
Bunch of boys from the WAC. All right. So Chiefs OTAs, what is this? Week 2, Phase 3 has ended. It was really nice to see because the first phase they did the players for the most part, other than Coach Andy Reid. But this week with the press conferences, they had the coaches, and it was good to see EB back there. Spags, he's got a new canvas, and then, of course, the return of Matt Nagy, which was cool to see.
Nagy had his shot with the Chicago Bears and did not make a big success out of them. Now he is back in Kansas City, and apparently speaking Kansas City's tone, they want to hear this. He's happy to be back and so forth and so on. In those OTAs that they had, there were a couple of significant absentees on defense. Frank Clark and Chris Jones did not show. Well, that doesn't appear to concern the coaches very much. The coaches all say, well, they're working out on their own. They're getting along all right, which you expect the coaches to say. But I wonder, though, can you work out on your own and still really maintain a level of competition? These guys can, of course. They're old pros, Clark and Jones. Would have preferred for them to be there, but hey, it's not mandatory. They don't have to be. Now, next week is mandatory. That's the 90-person mini camp that begins on June 14th, lasts for 3 days. They won't put on pads, but they will go through some pretty significant drills, a little 7-on-7 and so forth and so on. But everybody is required to be there. Some have not quite signed their tenders yet, like Orlando Brown. He hasn't signed the contract yet.
And he just re-upped on an agent, so we'll see see what happens there. But yeah, we'll see what happens as far as next week and who shows and who doesn't show. Then we'll definitely have an idea of what the hell is going on. So both Missouri Cardinals teams played yesterday. How'd the St. Louis Cardinals do?
They lost to the Chicago Cubs. Cubs got off to a big lead in this game, 7-3 over the Cardinals, and Matt Liberatore, who was getting hit around pretty good in this ball game by a Chicago Cubs team that is really not very good. A lot of newcomers. They're building for the future. Of course, the Cubs always are building for the future. But nonetheless, 7-3. Harrison Bader hit a 2-run homer in the ninth inning. Here they come. They're going to come back. Did not do so. Cubs won by a score of 7-5. They'll play this afternoon at Wrigley Field. It's quite honestly, just throw back to the old days because they always played in the afternoon. Then they have a doubleheader tomorrow. This is a 5-game series in 4 days, brought about by that ridiculous nonsense we had back in the winter. Anyway, 5-game series, 1 day, 1 today, 2 tomorrow, and 1 on Sunday against a Cubs team that the Cardinals should be sweeping.
Always a classic rivalry, and at least giving you something to watch for the next few days.
Now, the Springfield Cardinals got off. I was over to watch part of the game last night. Oh, my, did the Arkansas Travelers ever hit. Mike, they hit some shots that I haven't seen. I mean, these balls were in orbit.
They're still coming down over by OTC somewhere.
They may be. And it seemed like they were going that far, too. I mean, they hammered some shots. 19 hits off the Springfield pitching staff. 16-5 was the final score. Springfield did hit some home runs, but they were solo shots. And Arkansas was really blasting the ball. Now, those teams play again tonight. Fireworks tonight. Tomorrow night, they play again. We'll have the game on TV. And then Sunday night they play to complete this series.
Man, it's been crazy to see how much power the Travelers have behind the bat this week.
They're big.
I mean, what'd you say, 19 yesterday, 14 the day before? It's not boding well for the future Cardinals baseball pitching, I'll tell you that much. All right, so let's flip gears here. Hockey, Stanley Cup Finals, they were in Denver last night, right?
It's game 2 in their best-of-7 semifinal. I tell you, Colorado Avalanche are pretty good. This time they blank the Edmonton Oilers. The night before, or 2 nights before, it was an 8-6 game, and Edmonton was able to score on Colorado. Not last night, 4-0. The Colorado Avalanche won, played a very good, little bit different defensive game from what they had been. So the Avalanche lead that best-of-7, 2-0. Rangers and the Lightning play tonight at Madison Square Garden. These are all separated by a day. Then they get down to the Stanley Cup Championship, the 2 winners.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. They milk this thing for all it's worth. Speaking of which, the NBA World Championship began last night. Boston and Golden State. It's really going to come down to one team who can shoot trees and the other team that can defend it. Who won that match?
That is what we thought. And I was very confident of my prediction going into the fourth period. Golden State was shooting very well, and they had a double-digit lead over the Celtics going into the fourth period. But you have to play the fourth period. Boston outscored Golden State, I think it was 40-16, and won the game 120-108. Boston 120, Golden State 108, and who would have thunk that going into the fourth period? Nobody, including moi. Boy, Boston just got fire and just exploded, and Golden State couldn't do anything. It's just one of those rhythmic things. I still think Golden State has a very good team. So does Boston. We're not downgrading the Celtics one little bit. But rhythms like that you don't see very often.
No.
It did.
Well, congratulations to my good friend Ebbs. He's a big Celtics fan, and I know he's happy today, but he's got a long way to go with his team. Ned, you have a great weekend. I'll see you on Monday.